Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge. Today might be a little different than our usual episodes because if you can see right over here, we don't have any house. Like literally nothing, back to square one. Except we're not at square one, we actually have 32,000 simoleons. And today is the day that we are going to be doing our house renovation. Now I've realized that 32,000 isn't that much money considering I want to build our full house today. So maybe a little empty and not fully furnished, but obviously over the next episodes as we make more money, we'll be able to afford more decoration. We also do have some stuff in our household inventory. Granted, it's not a lot. Before we start building, I was looking to see what the front of the lot was, and as you can see on the gallery, it says that this is the front of the lot, which I don't know, it kind of confused me at first, but we're just gonna go with that. And honestly, let's just get to the building. I kind of do want to match the houses in the surrounding area. Like I like these ones back here, and then we'll have to add some sort of extension for our business. And I really like that sort of design where they have the walls pushing out like this, and then they have the roof connecting to them. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do that, but we're gonna try. So they kind of have it like this, but it looks like they brought in the eaves. Obviously we'll need a roof trim though, because that looks a little silly. I don't know which one to do. Maybe this like black and cream one. Oh my gosh, you know what I just had the idea for? Because I was gonna make this have like a half wall roof, but what if I make it like a rooftop area, and that's where she can do the flower arranging and her gardening. Like we can put a bunch of flower pots up there. I think that would be really cute. Oh my gosh, the businesses and hobbies fence even comes in a green swatch. I'm not really sure if I'll keep that because once we add the green wallpaper, it might be a little too much. And then we can even use this fence right here for a little balcony. Also, if it looks a little crazy right now, just trust the process. I'm probably gonna be going back and forth making changes. See, that's pretty cool. A ladder like that going up to the top. I kind of wish we could make this top space only for residential, but I guess we could add a hobby for the customers to make floral arrangements too, because if they're making them, that is free for me and I'll get to sell it, just like how I've been doing with some of the ceramics, so I guess I don't really mind. Okay, I should probably start looking at some wallpaper for the outside now. Definitely gonna look at some businesses and hobbies because they have this dark green stucco which would work really well. They also have this really nice paneling and it even comes in green. Oh, and wood siding. Oh my gosh, this is too many options. I kind of like the paneling. Oh my god, that is a whole lot of green. We could go full green and also put the green stucco on this part, but you know, if we want to break it up a bit, we can use like some brick or stone. And even though that doesn't really make sense, I kind of like the stone being inside this balcony part too. And should I change this to the black fence? I probably should. I don't know, I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, but it probably does look better with just the black swatch. I really like how this is turning out so far though. This kind of style is pretty new for me, but I'm really loving it. Now that we've done the wallpaper, maybe I could go on with the roofing now. Yeah, we probably shouldn't do green roofing. I'm getting a little carried away here. It's not a solid color challenge. I wanted to do a metal roof, but none of them are like a true black swatch, except for this one from Island Living, but I don't really like the texture on it. I'm wondering what flooring we should put out here. I was thinking of doing just like a plain concrete because we already have a lot of pattern in the wallpaper. I kind of like this businesses and hobbies one. I'm gonna go in and do the floor plan now. I added this little bump out on the business side so it could be a public bathroom, because if you guys have been following the series, you know that our customers have just been peeing on the floor everywhere, making a complete mess, so we should probably offer them a place to go to the bathroom. So I want the front door to be like right here. I guess I should probably put one in to make sure it is centered. I really like this one from Growing Together. I also really like these ones from Eco Lifestyle. I think it looks pretty good, especially if we use the businesses and hobbies doors for the balcony. I don't know, I think I need to look at our window options before I make any final decisions. They do have these windows from Eco Lifestyle that actually match the doors. Honestly, it's probably our best option because not a lot of the other windows match this door height. I know it's kind of a lot, but I think it's okay. And we can use other windows like these ginormous ones from businesses and hobbies. I think that's good for our pottery store. Okay, let me get back to the floor plan. I got a little distracted there, but we'll come back to the windows in a minute. I mean, this could definitely be just like a really open living room area and maybe have the stairs like somewhere over there. I really have to plan this upstairs area carefully because obviously I want to save room for when we want to have kids. I guess we can do something like this. It's a very small stairway, but that's okay. It's kind of a useless space anyway. We can have one kids room here, a little bathroom, the parents room, and an ensuite bathroom. And downstairs, I was thinking we have another bathroom right here and maybe even another bedroom. It would have been nice to have like an office space for her pottery, but we don't really have the room for that. And this area is probably gonna have to be entirely open space, which I'm not against, so that's okay. I'm kind of just figuring out the windows right now. I have the back figured out, and I wanted to use this eco lifestyle one because I think I'm going to have the kitchen right here, and that's like the perfect window to add in the kitchen. That's a bathroom, so it needs a smaller window. I don't know if I want to put windows right there because that's where the living room is gonna go, and we need a spot for a TV, maybe even a fireplace if I end up adding one. It looks a little weird from the outside, but I'd rather have it look good on the inside than have the outside look good but the inside look bad. Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought of? It actually might be nice to have a door out here as well, because I did want a little office for her to do her pottery. But if we just have access to this big balcony, we can have the flower arranging table over here, the pottery wheel, everything for her to work on her skills, so her office can be like on the balcony, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like we've got that pretty figured out. Wow, this is really cool so far, at least in my opinion. I hope you guys like it so far too. Now we can finally get to the good stuff and get inside. We still have almost 20,000 simoleons left to like decorate, so I think that's pretty good. I'm just gonna throw some saucer lights around. Let's get some porch lights as well. Let's start easy and get some wood flooring in. I'm thinking we just go with black flooring, maybe this one from Businesses and Hobbies. Although I don't know, I really like this one, but I think it's a little too textured for me, at least for this build, because we already have a lot of texture going on. Oh my gosh, this is just eating up our budget. Of course, I had to choose the expensive flooring. Before I do the wallpaper, I'm gonna start going in with some furniture. Normally I do the wallpaper first, but I'm just worried about what kind of green objects we have, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. And I'm even just gonna filter by green. I do really like these sectionals, but I know it's gonna cost a lot of money to afford all the pieces. I kind of like this one. I'm not too sure about the color on it though. And if you haven't noticed, I am looking at some custom content options because I think it was in my first video that I asked you guys if you'd be okay with me using custom content furniture, and surprisingly pretty much all of you wanted me to, which I'm really happy about because I feel like I get to be a lot more creative. Oh my gosh, wait, I love these couches. I don't know if there's like a big version. Oh, there is. Okay, I feel like this really fits with the vibe that we're going for too. These counters are so pretty. They're also 270 simoleons, but they're so pretty. I see us running out of money very fast. The house is pretty small, which is making me a little sad because I really wanted to have like a little bar area, or not bar, but like countertop seating. I guess we could use 2 small sofas. That kind of fits better anyway, and it might be worth it in the end. I'm sure we have a lot of green wallpaper options. Definitely some good custom content ones. I kind of like this one. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a texture on the wallpaper. And then if we do that, maybe we could get a tile in the kitchen. I really like this tile. There's also some other gorgeous ones, which maybe we could use in the bathrooms. Oh my gosh, they are so expensive though, but that is just so pretty. It's hard to not use. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm making bad decisions here. I'm just putting it in all of the bathrooms. This is very green so far, so I may need to take a little bit of a step back. Let's make sure we can afford a stove and a fridge before we go too crazy. And don't worry, I won't use green appliances. Oh my gosh, they are all so expensive. You know, it might be kind of cool to put the stovetop on the counter. I like never use the Dream Home Decorator stove pieces, but it is a little bit cheaper, and for now we can just do the stovetop, and later when we have more money I'll go back and add the oven. The sink can be under the gorgeous window. I love when it works out that I can put a sink under a big window. We have to save on the fridge too, but oh my gosh, it's so hard. We have such amazing expensive fridge options. It pains me to use this one, but we'll come back and upgrade it, I promise. Do you think that we can afford upper cabinets? I'm thinking probably not. What if we just put some along this side? It's kind of glitching with the shadowing over here anyway, so it kind of works out in our favor, I guess. And don't even worry about these kids rooms and extra bathrooms because I'm not going to decorate them in this video. I mean, obviously we don't have kids yet, so why waste the money on decorating that room when we don't have to? Oh my god, look at this llama wallpaper. That is adorable. Probably a little too random to put in the bedroom though. Look at all these cute kids wallpapers. I can't wait to use these when we have our babies. Hopefully there's some purple swatches because that's what we're gonna be needing. I kind of like this wallpaper. That's really pretty. And at the very least we need a bed. Tell me that's not the most gorgeous bed you've ever seen in this game. I have to be careful though because some of these like aren't functional for some reason. They probably just like broke a while back and I didn't update it. There are also some good ones from just like the regular game, but the good ones are a little pricier. This bed set is actually really pretty. It's called Oak House by Purisim. Purisim has such good build CC. I always use stuff from them. Sorry, I know I'm going all over the place. This is a little different than our usual builds, so I apologize if I'm bouncing between rooms a lot. Another amazing thing about custom content is the rug options. Oh my gosh. There are so many good like basic ones that the game doesn't really give us. It's been better recently, but like the base game rugs get a little crazy. Do you think we can afford a fireplace? I still have to put in the bathroom stuff. Oh my gosh. We only have 10,000 simoleons. Let me just go ahead and put some of our stuff down. I feel like that might be a good idea to make sure we have enough stuff to fill up our business. We can still use the same old plastic kid chairs. I don't know if this bathroom will fit one of those stalls because these stalls are like ginormous. So I guess there's only gonna be one toilet available. So in order to fit more than one toilet, we're gonna have to get a little crazy with the bathroom shape. And we can do something like this. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about our yoga mat. I don't know if this will be functional, but I'm going to put it on our balcony. And we can have our little rocking chair up there too for when we do knitting. Look, we have some decoration from the dates that we went on. Okay, so bad news, I can't really fit a fireplace in here. It's a little bit too big for the space, but that's okay. We can just do a coffee table and maybe a TV. This one is 2,000 simoleons. Oh my gosh. If we get this one from Tiny Living, then it kind of fills in the space a little better. That is almost 3,000 simoleons and we're at 4,000. Yeah, we're probably gonna be completely broke after this, but that's okay. That's kind of what I expected. Okay, I think that we decorated enough down here. Hopefully we can come back and decorate some more, but we are on a tight budget. So I think I'm gonna add some things in this stairway. Maybe our bedroom. This sells for 645 simoleons. Well, we already have one, so I think we can just go ahead and sell the other. We could get one of these like tall dressers and squeeze it in the corner over here because I did want to put a desk in this nook. No computer yet, obviously, but at least a desk would be nice. This desk from Seasons is pretty cheap, so I'll squeeze that right in there. Let's see if we can find a desk chair that's green that matches the rest of our room. That's the challenge here, not finding green items, but finding green items that match together. This one matches pretty well. It is 500 simoleons, but that's the price you have to pay if you want the room to match. Oh my god, not the first rug that I'm choosing being from My First Pet stuff. Why does it have like the perfect green color though? Honestly though, I like this light green one a little better because I was going for a dark green rug to kind of like match the other greens we have in here. But in the wallpaper, there is also light green. So I think that ties it together really well. I was thinking in the hallway we could just do like a bookshelf maybe. Just a little seating area. One thing we don't have anywhere are paintings. But to be honest, paintings are so expensive in this game. So I'm not very confident that we can have a lot of artwork in our house yet. This custom content painting is very pretty. Maybe we can get these ones from Growing Together. I realized we don't have a mirror in here, so I wanted to put the Jungle Adventure one right on that wall. But that gets rid of like all of our money. All of the paintings that I like are so expensive. It's like 200 simoleons and up. I can use these custom content ones to make a little gallery wall though. That's actually pretty. I don't mind that. This is a really good spot to put the businesses and hobbies plant. I can't believe that's only 45 simoleons. I don't know why, but it just looks like it would be expensive. It's looking so sad in here. Let's at least put a rug. We could just get this basic one from high school years for now. And before I forget, we need to add some planter boxes up here. They aren't super pricey, but just 4 of those puts us down to 135 simoleons. So unfortunately, I think that's where we're gonna have to stop with our renovation. We still have a lot more to go, but I think we'll get there pretty quickly, to be honest. This business is making us a lot of money. And for the money we had, our house turned out pretty good. This is just 32,000 simoleons. And let's be honest, I probably could have fit in much more if I wasn't using custom content. I was worried that custom content would feel like cheating, but honestly, it makes things a lot harder. It's nice because I have a lot more green swatches, but custom content is so expensive, especially like the wallpaper and the kitchen appliances. I almost forgot to put our mailbox that we crafted out here. It doesn't really fit the vibes, but it's still cute, so it's okay. And just before we are done, I'm gonna pop into Debug to do some landscaping. You can call that cheating because the landscaping is free, but also I always use Debug landscaping because it's 10 times better. Maybe we can even use some of the businesses and hobby stuff. These trees are pretty nice. I'm trying to find something to like line the pathway, like tiny planter boxes or something, but I'm not really finding that. We could totally put a little lamppost in. This one's from Cottage Living actually, but I think that's kind of cute and it makes our house look less residential. Look at it at night with all of the lights. It looks so pretty. And I honestly think that we are all done now. If it looks unfinished, don't worry, that's because it is unfinished. Once we get to the next gameplay episode, we're gonna make some more money and we'll just fill in the house as the series goes on. But I wanted to at least get this shell down for now, and I'm loving how it turned out. I'm so excited to see it fully decorated. But even now, it's still super pretty. This is Brooklyn's bedroom. At least there's some furniture in there. This is the little stairway. Our balcony, which I actually love that we got this idea to do. It'll look so much cooler when we have like more plants and all of our stuff filled in. And this is our downstairs area. Once again, it's still pretty empty, but I like where it's going. I really like the style of it so far. And our little bathroom, which is very sad looking. We have some of our stuff in the business side too. And we were able to fit in a little public bathroom. I'm sure our customers are going to be so relieved. And I am in love with the exterior. I really like this balcony part. I just think it's really pretty. It looks so cool. I love the green. I hope you guys also like how it's turning out so far. And thank you so much for watching and staying tuned in with the series. I'll upload the next episode as soon as I can, especially because we didn't get to do any gameplay here. But also the fairies pack is coming out soon, and you already know I'm gonna do some builds with that. So just stay tuned. It may even help to subscribe and leave the video a like. That way you don't miss the next episode. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!